And welcome, meteorologist Tom Vico. We're going to be with you a few minutes explaining how the weather's going to shape up here over about the next week. Right now, looking outside, we're seeing a partly cloudy sky, I would say. You see, well, not too far from sunset here across the area. And it was a very warm day. I think we set that record for today. Looking at Leesville, we're 81 already, still in that direction, mostly fair sky there. And it was very warm in Leesville as well. So this is what I'll be talking about here in the next several minutes. It will be warm through the weekend. The front Sunday is too late to help the afternoon high temperature. It won't cut it off. So we'll have a full day's warmth on Sunday before the first front gets here. And it will be turning cooler next week as we have two fronts, the one late Sunday and another one later next week. And rain is in the forecast as well, so both of those make a return. Satellite and radar continues to show a frontal boundary to the north of us. That is not going to get here, even though it's not too far away. It's in about 40 degrees in Oklahoma City behind that, but in Little Rock, just closer behind the front there, it is in the about 70 degrees. So the front kind of laying between those locations. This energy out to the west where you see these clouds will be moving eastward in the coming days, and then that will pull the front back toward the north and away from us and delay its entrance into CenLa. Futurecast is kind of going through the next couple of days for you. Friday's commute, no issues except some patchy fog. It may not be a situation where everybody sees fog, but I think most people will see something. And in some locations, it will be visibilities less than a mile. For Friday evening commute, coming back home, no issues in that direction. In fact, it'll be another very warm day. And then Saturday, 7 o'clock in the morning, some folks may want to go out fishing early. No issues that would prevent that. And then going into Saturday throughout the evening hours, say entertainment, shopping, or something like that. We've got a pretty good forecast for you there on Saturday. Little or no rain expected. Temperature setup for Friday remains the same, with the storm track located to the north of us. A deep, warm bubble of air is in control of our weather pattern here. We call that a high pressure ridge, with the center of it to the south of us. And so this subtropical jet stream kind of marks the northern periphery or edge of that high pressure system. And then further to the north, the polar jet stream, and you guessed it, yes, that's the one that carries the cold air. It's locked up to the north of us for now. Cold air has moved into the nation several days ago, but it's just not getting down here. The pattern just will not support that. You've got to have something to push it this far south. So Futurecast, by Saturday, we still see that we're in that high pressure ridge area. To the north of us is the cold air, so basically no changes there as it stays warm. Once we get into Sunday, we'll start to see a bend of the jet stream southward off to the west of us. And by Tuesday morning, we'll see a pretty big blob of energy there setting across the southwestern states and into the southern plains. Out ahead of that is where we'll see, of course, that contrast as we get another front into the area. And that pattern is going to stir up some rain and storms next week. And we kind of see, even as we go beyond Friday, say Friday p.m., we still see that trough off to the west of us. So looks like a period of kind of unsettled weather and cooler weather on the way, and then probably followed by a warm-up after next Thursday. AM fog possible, question mark. Just means not everybody might see anything bad. By Saturday, another very warm day there, high of 81 degrees, low of 65, and then going into Sunday with about 20 cents worth on the forecast there. And looking at Monday, only 30%. Don't see much rain for Sunday, Monday with that first front coming through, but it will turn cooler Monday. You'll notice that of a low of 50 and a high of 60, and I'm sure you've seen some forecasts that have warmer numbers, higher numbers than mine. But right now, I prefer to kind of err on the side of the cool. So Tuesday, we see a little uptick in the minimum temperature back into the middle 50s. That front is going to kind of oscillate. Even when it gets down here, it's going to oscillate. Maybe a little shift to the north of it ahead of that western trough, which is coming in on Tuesday. The first piece of energy, the first disturbance that comes overhead. and then kicks off an 80% chance of rain and storms, and 70% Wednesday with a second system coming through. And finally, that second disturbance aloft will be able to put this second front through the area, say Wednesday night or something like that, and even cools off further there for next Thursday. But the rain chance goes down. That's a summary of the 7-day forecast there. Got some changes. It's not too complicated though. We do have two fronts, but again, no winter storms or anything like that. But you will notice some cooler air next week, and especially into Tuesday through Wednesday night. We see probably a couple of rounds of showers and thunderstorms. Could be some significant rainfall totals with that. All right, take care. Nick Michaels will be with you in the morning, and I'll see you again during the PM hours. Take care and have a fantastic